Hey there, folks. I'm Isaac, and I'm yelling to victory.
And I'm Claire, and I'm in the gauntlet.
And this is Make That Game!
Where we pitch the latest,
The greatest
new video game ideas
that won't ever get made. No, we're not game developers.
or whatever that is. Once we can say it, maybe we can do it.
Exactly.
But we're still working on that word, folks.
Yep, we're trying our best. The furnace just turned on and completely threw me off.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Well, welcome. This is our early morning podcast.
Early morning.
I think I'm just going to set the tone now because I think I sound sleepy.
My brain has not started yet. I thought that it did. It did, but oops.
Look, sometimes we got to make those sacrifices for you, the listener, to make sure you have an episode.
We wake up at the crack of dawn, as soon as the sun rises, to record an episode. And speaking of the sun rising...
Ooh.
Our theme for our game idea pitches this week is sun.
That was such a good segue.
Well
done.
You. Thank you.
Now we always forget to say this theme, so I think we should say the theme for the next one before we jump into game
Do you have
ideas.
a theme for the next one?
No.
Drive.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I like it. Okay. But yeah, this week's is sun.
Mm-hmm. S-U-N.
S-U-N. I guess I should have cleared because you told me that. With no explanation. And what if I came...
Yeah, what if you came with a genealogy game?
I actually thought about it as a joke, but...
You should have done it because that just proves the importance of clarity.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I came up with a different game.
Yeah, oh, well, what game did you come up with? I would like to hear it.
Yeah, my game is a city builder.
Okay.
In outer space.
In outer space?
Well...
On a planet in outer space?
Planet.
Okay. All right. So, okay.
Yeah. I mean, this might be too short of a game idea, but really it's like I guess it's, I mean, can you call it a city builder if you're really like world building? I don't know if it's like bigger than one city. Society builder? I don't know.
So that could still be a city. It depends on how you break. Is it literally the entire planet is open to you from the get-go?
Probably not.
Okay, so like that's like the built-in progression limit, right?
Yeah.
Is you start with like a little outpost and you go through, and you can like unlock things that extend your like livable range or whatever, and eventually you have colonized the entire planet.
Okay, cool. Well, so the idea is that you have different planets available to you.
Oh,
so it's like a rogue-like city builder. So like once you fail your city, you don't go back to the same place.
Okay.
And the sun part is that each planet has a different sun situation.
As one does.
So each time you're with a different sun, there's different effects that each sun gives that you have to plan for as far as like how your society is set up and like what they can grow and how they can live, like what their houses have to look like.
So yellow sun makes Superman stronger. Red sun weaken him. Okay.
And it's not just going to be colors though. It would also be like distance from the planet.
Oh yeah.
Size, yeah, all that stuff. Age. Although I think the colors are the age, right?
I think so.
It's been so long since I did astronomy, but I do love that.
Yeah, more about the astrology these days.
So,
give me some of that Taurus.
Also, like the difference of how long a day is too will affect like how the city builder for you, like how that.
Oh,
functions.
that gets complicated. Whoa, that's a lot to bite off.
A sun's big, so I made a big game.
Programming the effects of a different day-night cycle into the psychology of little simlings. That's intense. I don't know if anyone has ever actually attempted that. Listeners, if you know of a game that has different like day-night cycles
I would love to hear about it.
Translates that to mechanics in some way, let us know. Because I'd like to see it. I would like to see the baby. Well, that's because the Mandalorian.
No, I know. It's been so long since I thought about that.
Big quote. That was Werner Herzog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a show.
What a show.
That also takes place in space.
Yeah.
And there are several suns.
You know, it's interesting. I feel like Star Wars never talks about different day-night cycles, but as they change planet to planet, there definitely would be different day-night cycles.
That's simple because Star Wars isn't really sci-fi, it's fantasy.
No, I know. I know. I was just like, never thought about that. They love to show us all the different suns, but they don't talk about how they affect anything.
Yeah, Tatooine has what, 2 suns?
Yeah.
3 suns?
But it's fine. It has 2 suns. Come on.
It has 2 suns. There is a planet in Star Wars with 3 suns, though, right?
Probably. I know Tatooine has 2 suns because of the quote from Ewan McGregor, where he had to like look at like where it's all green screen, and they're like, look at the 2 suns setting, and he's like, okay.
Sure, buddy. That's called direction. You know, you got to tell the actor what they're feeling and seeing.
Anyway, so that's my game.
That's it. That's the game.
I mean,
right.
You said it was complicated.
No,
So
I know No, it is. I'm just kidding.
It's very easy to describe it though, because we know what a city builder looks like. So
yes, we're letting the genre do a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Which is okay. We do that a lot.
We do.
Sometimes I over-explain the base genre.
No, I think it's okay because we do want this podcast to be accessible to people who don't know what things are, because that was a lot of us. We have talked about city builders quite a lot.
If this is your first episode, go back to listen to any other one, and I'm sure I bring up city builders at some point.
Almost any episode. All right. Well, now I am excited to hear about your sun-related game.
All right. So a little backstory for the Game Boy Advance. So
okay.
early aughts, I would say. There was a game called Boktai, The Sun is in Your Hands. And its gimmick was the Game Boy cartridge. Have you seen Game Boy cartridges?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the Game Boy cartridge it came with had a little solar panel. And the level of light around you, ambient real life around you, would impact the gameplay of Boktai, The Sun is in Your Hands.
I love this. Actually, this is incredible. Did it work?
Yes. However, it did have the fatal flaw of it couldn't really discern like true light. Like,
well, a solar panel isn't like a light sensor. Yeah.
Exactly. So like you could do things if you needed it to be dark, you would just put your hand over the thing instead of like like it was supposed to encourage you to like physically move around and like play outside and like do that kind of stuff. But obviously it was manipulatable by people who weren't in the spirit of it. Which is similar to the game that I'm about to pitch, because I am not paying any attention to that. I'm just going to assume everyone who plays it has buy-in and just plays it as intended. But it is, and I'm imagining it as a Game Boy game, even though the Game Boy hasn't been around for a long time. I want it to be the exact technology that Boktai used.
Okay.
For no particular reason, just because I can't imagine putting a solar panel on a Steam Deck or a Switch. You know, the cartridges are too small to fit a solar panel. Yeah. So what are you going to do? I guess you could do a USB plug-in attachment.
Yeah, a little light sensor on it. Yeah.
But we're just going to imagine that it is Game Boy games.
Okay.
And so,
Spirit Halloween designed a Game Boy, or was it Game Boy? No, it was Nintendo.
I think it was a NES.
NES game. But yeah, they designed that in this year 2025, so who says you can't?
That's true. That is true. So yeah, it is, at the end of the day, all it is a little top-down hide-and-seek shooter, where the gimmick is when you are in the shadows in real life, your character turns invisible in shadows in-game.
Okay.
And if you're in the bright sunlight, your attacks are more powerful.
So I know you're saying that like part of it is that we're just going to assume the player is going along with the gimmick.
Yeah.
But are you just like then not allowed to play inside?
No, you could play inside. You would just... I
just think light-wise, inside will count as shadows all the time.
I think it would count as like a mid-tone. Because I think the sensor that it had, like the little solar panel that it had, I think calling it a solar panel is maybe not accurate. But I think it detected light levels.
Okay.
So like
so
the
not
brighter
a solar
the light.
Panel.
Yes, it didn't actually power like the games.
Okay.
But it detected like level of light. Okay. And I don't know if that was like specifically like ultraviolet or infrared or like how exactly it detected it. I don't know off the top of my head if it detected like artificial versus natural light in any way
Well,
either. That would be like UV detection, right?
no, so like natural light from the sun is so much brighter than any light inside unless you're on like a movie set. So
Oh,
if it's just detecting like levels of light, it would be like it would be very clear to a light sensor that you're inside.
okay. What? Well then, but it would also know that you weren't in shadow.
Shadow, no. Dark, yes. Like if I try, there's not even. This is we're in a really bright room. There's not even really.
Yeah, that's
shadow.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But like if I feel like if I go into shadow of a lit room inside, it will be so minimally different. But if I turn the lights off inside, it would definitely notice. But if I go into shadow outside, it would be pretty. Sorry, I went to film school. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just gonna stop.
You ruined my game
No,
idea.
I didn't. But I think you're right. I think it would detect like inside as like a medium.
Pause the recording. We're gonna go out. We're gonna find a used Game Boy. We're gonna find a used Boktai. The sun is in your hands. That still works. We're gonna play it. We're gonna experiment with it. We're gonna figure out in depth how this machine works.
Yeah.
We're not gonna look online for articles and blog posts of people who have already done this themselves. No, we're gonna do it by hand ourselves.
I would love to.
And then we'll come back.
I think we're not going to do. I think I am going to look up lots of articles.
Okay.
Sorry. Well, if you want to get one.
And now we're back. We did all the experiments. We got. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Fake out.
I mean, if you got one on eBay, I would.
Yeah. I assume like a working one would probably be pretty expensive.
Probably.
I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna just do a quick scan just for fun. On live podcast, we can do this just for fun. It's not wasting everyone's time. Yeah, a cool $160.
Holy moly!
A cool $145.
You could buy
a cool $300.
Wow, you can buy like a third of a Switch with that.
Boktai 2 is $199. A nice middle ground. All these are tested.
Well, what you have to do is look up sold to see what they actually sell for, because a lot of times some eBay people will list them for like double what they could actually sell for.
That's true, although on the like mobile site, I'm not 100% certain if how you can do. No, we're done with this.
I mean,
we'll figure it out later.
All right.
Yeah, let's move on.
Now this is my white whale. Now I want to know.
Yeah, now it's gonna bug you for the rest of the recording.
Yeah. All right.
It's gonna distract you and make this more fun for me.
Anyway, can you describe more of your game? Because I don't think we finished it.
Wait, we didn't finish it? No, yeah, literally, it's you get a couple people,
So it's a multiplayer. You didn't mention it was multiplayer.
I did.
Really?
I said it was a multiplayer hide and seek.
Okay.
A hide and seek top-down shooter where if
I guess I was too busy thinking about
in the darkness,
the mechanic, because that did not register to me.
If you're in the darkness in real life, your character's hidden.
Right.
If you're in the light, your guns shoot good.
So it's it's not really asynchronous, but a little bit. So like you all have to be like in a room together with your Game Boys.
So that is the big downside I'm realizing as I'm saying it, because the Game Boys, I think at the end of the Game Boy Advance's lifespan, there was like a wireless thing, but otherwise it was all Game Link, so you would physically have to be next to each other.
Okay.
Which does somewhat hamper the ability for people to...
Well, it just becomes real hide and seek, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to shoot it down because I like how big you're thinking and I want to keep it going.
Yeah, I think it would have to use... So in addition to using the special game cartridge with the light sensor, it would also like be mandatory to use the Game Boy attachment that allows you to do wireless Game Link connection. I remember using it with my brother to trade Pokemon once, and I remember it being very glitchy.
Great.
So I don't know if I think this game is destined to fail,
So if we were using the wireless connector for it, would you be able to play, like how far away would you be able to play from each other?
I think so.
I've never played a Game Boy, listeners. No, I have played on a Game Boy, but not like it wasn't mine, so I don't have deep lore of it.
All right, gonna look that up. I'm gonna see what the officially stated range. Okay, Nintendo recommends players stay about 10 feet.
Okay, so yeah, so you're getting all your friends together to play a game of for digitally assisted hide and seek.
Yes, 10 feet is not really that far to actually hide and seek, but
That's
yeah.
true. That's true.
I mean, so it's hide and seek for apartment living.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If all your friends live in an apartment,
So
you
it's
play
for
hide and
millennials.
seek. You expand your hideable space
Right.
by making it all digital. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this works
Here we
great.
go. No,
Actually,
here we go.
we go.
And it is for millennials because it's nostalgic with being on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And it's assuming, probably correctly, they don't have a huge living space.
Exactly. So yeah, no, this game is gonna make millions. Hi, Lewis.
We solved it. We did it. This is great. All right. Did you have a name for it?
Backtithe. No. I have no name for it.
I mean, I didn't have a name for mine either. So anyway, so that's our games. So now, for our middle segment, which varies, we're gonna do another C2G, which stands for Claire to Guess. And that we named it last time we did this, which is where Isaac brings game design terms to the table that he thinks I don't know.
Not just game design,
Okay.
right? I've opened it up to gaming.
Gaming terms to the table, and I have to guess what they mean. What they stand for and what they mean. And
I guess all gaming terms can be used in game design.
And then we talk about the term. Also, our little guy Lewis is here, so you might hear him screaming.
He screams.
He is hungry.
He's brushing my leg with his claws just slightly extended.
Granted, he has 30 minutes till breakfast,
Yeah.
so don't feel bad for him.
I don't feel bad for him. So, Claire,
Yeah.
are you ready to guess?
I'm C2G.
HUD.
HUD?
Yeah.
Isn't that a government office?
Is it?
Yeah. I forget what it stands for, though.
I mean, does that sound like a gaming term to you, though?
Not really, honestly. Someone said that, but I'm literally the D is department in my mind. I can't get it out of my head. What starts with the H that's even gaming? Hyper? No, I can't. This one, I'm blanking.
You got nothing?
Okay, can I ask a clarify? Is it
Sure.
an acronym or is it like a word?
It is an acronym.
Okay, so
that is a good question, and that question always going to be allowed.
So it stands for something. So D could be development, maybe, or drive. Yeah, I'm out.
Heads up display.
Yeah, would not have guessed that.
And do you know what heads up display?
Okay. Heads up display. Honestly, not because does it mean? No, I don't know.
So heads up display, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm gonna go through my understanding of the specific historical context in which this term arose. Effectively, with first-person games, the heads up display is it. Imagine sci-fi movies, right, where soldiers have advanced helmets, and in their helmets they have targeting information and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's evoking that concept. And so in video games where you have your health bar and your ammo and stuff on the screen,
Right.
they called that the heads up display. And then that eventually morphed into just all video game, basically the GUI. Do you know what the GUI is? The GUI? Okay, second round, GUI.
Okay, here's the thing. I think I've seen that word before on Reddit or something. I called it the guy.
Okay.
The GUI.
The GUI. Do
GUI.
you have any guess?
Graphic user interface.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is the graphic user interface.
Well, but I had context of how you were talking about it.
Yes.
Too, yeah.
Correct. I didn't realize. For some reason, I just assumed that GUI was a generic term. Everyone knows it.
Everyone knows GUI.
Yeah. But so I was wrong on that one. So yeah, the heads up display. I think GUI or GUI is more used these days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people talk about the HUD, the HUD as much as they used to.
So remind me again. So that's just
That's just that it's all the non-diegetic information being shown on screen at any point.
Yeah.
For example, the health bar, ammo counts, maybe like a compass, a little mini map, action bars, all that kinds of stuff would be like part of the heads-up display or GUI.
Okay, I did look up what I was thinking about, and it is the Housing and Urban Development, the Department of Housing and Urban Development. That's HUD.
Okay.
So the D did not stand for department, but yeah, there you go. Okay.
The next term is KDA.
Kill, defense, attune. I don't know.
Is that your final answer?
I mean, it's not my answer. I know it's not right, but I don't know what it is.
Okay. Kill, death, assist. Kill, hyphen, or slash, death, hyphen, or slash, assist. The ratio of kills versus deaths versus assists that a player has performed, usually in online games.
I was going to say, this is very specific.
Yes. So, high KDA means that you aren't dying very often compared to the amount of other players that you're killing. This is also used mostly in like a team deathmatch or a team deathmatch.
I was thinking
context.
like a Fortnite situation.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in Fortnite, you only die once.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I interpreted deaths as like other deaths that you didn't cause.
No. So this is like the score
Like
of
your
like a
deaths.
player.
Okay.
So like in League of Legends, you might play a game. So an assist is you have provided damage or healed a character who has gotten the actual killing blow.
Mm-hmm.
And a kill is specifically the person who got the killing blow. So like in League of Legends, because your character like revives when they die, you might have a KDA of, let's say, 5, 1, 10.
And then what's assist? That's just helping someone kill
Yeah.
someone?
That's
How does the game determine whether who killed who? Just like the final
the
shot?
actual killing blow. So if a character has 500 HP and you did 490 damage to it, but I used a sniper move and I do the last 10,
Wow.
I get the kill and you get the assist.
Okay.
Some games, so it does vary per game, and this is like a decision that you kind of have to make. Most games that I know use, if not every game that I know, I can't actually think of another game, like specific example, but most games use killing blow as the actual kill, and some, at least in theory, I'm pretty sure I know of a game that does this, but I can't think of like the name off the top of my head, where it'll like give the kill to whoever does the most contribution.
Oh, okay.
So like if you are the one who did like 490 damage, and it uses like a certain window within their death. Like if you do 490 damage and then they escape completely and they survive for like another 30 seconds and then somebody else does the next 10 damage. I think even in this kind of system that I'm describing, the killing blow person gets the credit. Mm-hmm. But if you do 490 damage and then like immediately somebody does the last 10 damage, some games can do like, oh, you contributed the most, so you get the value, like you get the kill.
Okay.
And I like that kind of thing because that disincentivizes, because a lot of these games that have this, they have the idea of kill stealing, and people get salty about it because the rewards for killing
are higher, usually
higher than the assist. So people want to get the kill. So if they feel like you stole a kill from them, then that can lead to bad teamwork. It can degrade team morale. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And so kind of contribution systems, especially in a game where multiple players are expected to be like fighting enemy players at once, like work in a neat little system if you can. So that's KDA.
Yeah.
Next is RPS.
Per second is what I'm going to say.
What per second?
Right, but like I'm just putting that out there now. Are runs per second?
And what would that mean?
I was gonna say like in a roguelike, but I'm like, that wouldn't be per second. That would be,
I mean, maybe a multiplayer roguelike.
Maybe.
Like calculating how many people are initiating runs every second.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. No, I don't know.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
Why is that a gaming term? Is it because it's a term of a game?
Well, okay, there's that, but there's also, it is a very common design, like, I don't know what to call it, meme, using like the core of the word, not like the modern meaning of
Yeah.
meme, where like Pokemon.
Okay.
Fire is good versus grass, is good versus water, is good versus fire. That is a rock, paper, scissors system.
Okay.
Warcraft 3, I'm going to embarrass myself. I should know this off the top of my head, but they have like piercing damage, heavy damage, and then light armor, heavy armor, etc. And each of those have like different values against different attack types. So the interactions can be considered rock, paper, scissors.
I think Exhibition 33 does this too.
Yeah, because they have fire type characters.
Yeah, all the elemental damage you can do versus like different characters, and some will be like neutralized and some will heal them even.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, the rock, paper, scissors concept appears in video games a lot and is a way to add a little bit of depth to your game, just by introducing different damage and armor types. You can kind of create this system that players get to explore and learn the depths of, and it's one of the reasons why Pokemon has been so enduring to this day, because their type system, especially with the combination of types, can make battles and like individual Pokemon so interesting to like figure out the niches and surprising things about them, like, oh, this type combination is resists all damage types except for 2, is like a cool thing to figure out. So it
sure.
expands like interest and playability in the meta game, which we went over I think last episode or an episode ago. One of the recent episodes I talked about meta games.
We did. I don't.
Next one, BIS. B.
That's a little kiss. That's what that means in French.
Okay. All right.
Beast. Actually, I think you say that in that one. Beast. Okay. Business intelligence system. That's not my real guess. Although intelligence system could be real. Interfit in system. No, I don't know.
Best in slot.
Okay.
So
can I guess what it is?
Yes.
I don't know what it means.
Okay. So
I tried.
So in video games, this is another metagame kind of concept in video games where you have slots, which can be equipment. They can equipment slots, skill slots, attribute slot, like any kind of thing that you can customize your attributes with. So in Expedition 33, weapon would be a slot, and then Pictos would be a slot.
Okay.
In any of these games, there is usually going to be an item that is like the particular best. And so that is referred to as the BIS, or best in slot item. So in a lot of like these build guides, you'll see like Mael's BIS weapon is Medallum. Or Myelum. Which one's the fire one?
But that one.
Yeah, and it might even be like for a specific build. So it's like if you don't want to use the burn build, her best in slot is this other rapier or whatever. So like that's how that term is used. Okay. It's describing like, mathematically speaking, this item will benefit this character or this build or this archetype more than any other item in the entire game. And when it gets really silly, is like in World of Warcraft Classic. This is just like a fun little example I can think of. In World of Warcraft Classic, druids didn't use like the actual attack value of weapons.
Okay.
So when they transformed, so their best in slot items were based purely on like the additional stats. So you had like level 60 druids with like a level 30 item that was considered best in slot because it gave
like the
best
whatever,
stats, whereas every other potential user of that item would have to upgrade earlier, much, much earlier, because they actually cared about the damage value, which wasn't that high, but because it gave like +8 spell power or something, like druids loved it because they're like, I ignored the number that's bad and that number really good. So that's just like an interesting thing
Yeah.
about how best in slot doesn't necessarily always mean like the highest level item that you
Right.
have access to. Sometimes it's completely unrelated.
Yep. All right. Cool.
And so, okay, I have two more. Do we want to do them, or have we done enough?
I think we can do them.
Okay.
If that's good with you.
Boss rush.
Okay, that I know because I've done it.
Okay.
So that's when there's like a bunch of bosses in a row,
Okay. Yeah.
usually at the end of a game, I think. But I guess it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be at the end of the game. Sometimes it can be like a specific mode
Yeah,
that you
it's
like
a bunch of
access.
bosses in a row, and usually they get harder and harder as you go.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but it's not a gauntlet. How's it different than a gauntlet?
Both of them could technically be the same thing. Like, I guess a gauntlet doesn't necessarily need to be specifically bosses, whereas a boss
True.
rush would.
And I feel
have
like,
to.
in my mind, and correct me if this isn't correct, but I think of as a gauntlet as like an opt-in situation, whereas a boss rush could be either opt-in or part of the game.
Some games will like force a boss rush on you. I believe Mega Man Zero. If you don't do them as Nintendo intended, both Tears of the
That's
Kingdom
what I was
and Breath of the
thinking of.
Wild will throw a boss rush at you.
As a Nintended?
Oh, geez. Okay. But yeah, at its core, it's just when you have to fight a series of boss enemies, so like more difficult than average enemies in a row, usually without rest or minimal. Actually, this one might have been bad. Doesn't the Kirby Arena mode explicitly call it boss rush?
I don't remember, but I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But I don't remember.
All right, final term, and this is my evil one. This is the one. So Shoto.
Can you spell it?
Shoto. In fact, I should have just spelled that one out from the beginning and not implied that it could be a word and not an acronym.
Is it an acronym?
It is not an acronym.
Show two. Why don't you say show two? Shoto? I don't know.
All right. So
yeah, like, is it? Well, I would think it would be similar to the HUD, like something you're showing to the player. But okay, now go. Now I know I'm really wrong. So
hold on. I'm gonna actually. I want to make sure that I say this right. I have a definition in my head. I just want to make sure. All right. So Shoto is, in fighting game jargon, fighting game parlance, a character that has like a specific moveset. It's usually referred to as it's like the basic character archetype, like the good at everything sort of character archetype. There's a bunch of different archetypes in fighting games specifically, but Shoto specifically refers to Ken and Ryu. Like it.
nope.
The specific origin are Ken and Ryu from Street Fighter. Is it Ryu or Ryu?
I don't
Someone
know.
email
I've
me
never
that.
played Street Fighter,
Somebody
so you're
comment
gonna have to talk more.
And so these characters are like the almost default characters. Each one of them has access to a fireball move, the classic Hadoken. They have a anti-air move, sometimes called the Dragon Punch, or Shoryuken. And oh shoot, there's a third move that like all Shotos have. Hold on, looking that up.
So is this specific to Street Fighter?
No. All of fighting game uses it, but this is the origin of the term. Because these characters, the martial arts style that they practice is called Shoto something. It's like Shoto something karate. So they've shortened that to characters that you have like this fighting style are Shotos.
Okay.
And then that expanded. So originally it referred to specifically these two characters that like share a move set with minor differences.
Mm-hmm.
And then it expanded to new fighting games came out and they could describe other characters as Shotos because they have this kind of like, I'm the default fighting game character move set. And so they're usually the easiest to get into in fighting games. And they have the most options available usually because they have like fundamentally strong features, whereas other characters in fighting games might specialize too much in, or a lot in one thing. Like a non-Shoto character might be a character who specifically specializes in like air attacks. So they jump and then attack, and they have a lot of options in that space, but they can't do like a fireball move. And they can't do the anti-air dragon punch.
Okay.
Like they don't have that.
I will say you've kind of lost me. I do think I understand.
Okay.
But I don't need the nitty-gritty of fighting games. Those are my least favorite genre of games.
All right. Anyway.
Plus, Isaac has to go somewhere, so
fine.
We gotta get on.
So I just want to summarize. I want to say the Shotos are, we can just consider them like the milk toast, the average, the normal fighting game character.
Fun fact, milk toast isn't milk toast. It's the name of a person.
Oh.
It's the name of a comic book character who was normal and boring.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like Milqut. It's like spelled weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, look it up on Wikipedia. We got a rapid fire round to do.
All right, let's get that going.
So the rapid fire round is where we have 5 minutes and we generate 3 random words, and then in those 5 minutes we have to come up with a game idea for those 3 random words, including a gameplay loop and a title, which could be the hardest part. We'll see. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Date, pollution, illusion.
What? Okay, interesting, because date and illusion go together. Kind of.
Sure.
Well, okay. Date and illusion kind of go together well, because like, what is a date, or a job interview for that matter, if not putting up a little bit of an illusion of your best self?
Did you put up an illusion on our
No,
first
but
date?
I'm saying that the people do that, and obviously like that you don't allude to, you hide maybe some of the more endearing things, you know, like for example, I had the illusion on our first date that I wasn't wearing a shirt that was a reference to 2 obscure internet memes.
That's
one
true.
being the 30 to 50 feral boars.
Secretly under a button-up shirt, like Superman.
But I was wearing it, and so the illusion was that I was not the type of person to have
I don't know if you
a 30
maintained
to
that
50
illusion
feral
seeing
hog.
as like immediately making jokes about boys can't read, and that's why I order the special.
That's
like you kind of revealed that part of your personality pretty early on.
But
anyway, this is not about our date.
Yeah. But I don't know how pollution ties into it.
Okay, what if
is there other okay?
It's so instead of date like dating, we think of date like calendar date. And you're a climate activist, and by a certain date, the Earth will die.
Okay.
And,
so real life.
But also fantasy, because the evil people aren't just evil billionaires and corporations, they're wizards. And they're making...
No, can you be a wizard and the evil people? Okay, I'll listen.
You could be a wizard, but what they're doing is they're using spells to make an illusion that it's okay. That like the rivers aren't polluted, and like like what they're doing is normal and fine and cool, and the Earth isn't like you can see the countdown clock, but other people can't. So you have to go around. So you would be a wizard too, because you have to go breaking their illusions so that enough people are rallied to save the Earth by the end date.
Okay. All right. I like this because so I'm envisioning like a third person kind of open worldy sort of 3D game.
Yes.
And you like learn different spells which mostly interact with the environment.
Yeah.
And
you could have some fun bosses, like I'm like almost like Candyland style, like I'm the polluted river muck monster.
Yeah, and so what I'm thinking is like each of these like characters is like a boss that is linked to the illusion. So you can't just counterspell; you have to defeat the person who's actively maintaining.
Because that would be the fun
illusion.
design part, I think, is designing all those bosses. And all that stuff. Yeah. So and then you learn about pollution.
Yeah, climate change activism with spells.
That it's fun now, right? The pollution illusion.
Name. The pollution illusion? That's a little on the nose.
Yeah, but it's fun to say.
But
the pollution solution.
Ooh. The pollution solution is that's fun to say. It makes me think almost that this is like a Dr. Seuss like
Oh,
whimsical style
it's
game?
not. Well, yeah.
Imagine if you're like a little wizard Lorax
Oh my gosh.
battling evil wizard.
But like a legally distinct Lorax.
Right. We would not actually get the Seuss estates
No.
buy-in on this. But I kind of like Pollution Solution.
Are we going with it?
All I can think in my head
Okay.
on repeat is Pollution
Okay.
Solution. It's tainted my
The
ability.
Pollution Solution.
Boom,
I do.
55 seconds left.
All right. I want to share. I got that idea for the name from. There's a song in "We Sing Under the Sea," which is a kids thing from the '90s, and it says the solution to pollution is to think before you. Anyway, it's a song, but they say that. But I realized after the fact that it's propaganda. It's like pro-corporation propaganda because they're basically saying the solution to pollution is you personally.
Oh, recycle.
And it's like, I'm sorry, that's actually not what's polluting the ocean. Like
Yeah.
one child sitting at home recycling a Coke bottle is not what's causing the oceans to die.
There was this one commercial. This is only partially related, but there was this one commercial where it showed a kid brushing their teeth. And it showed like a cartoon like fish pond connected directly to their sink draining, and there was a sad fish in it. And it was like, be careful with your water usage. And now, now imagine, if you will, if we have a massive building that does nothing except for take water and turn it into videos of the president of the United States pooping on his constituents.
Imagine, if you will, a universe in which that could be possible.
Imagine if we just have massive buildings that takes millions of gallons of water.
Okay, so take the image of that ad every time you ask ChatGPT a question. That's actually more accurate.
Do you think a child brushing their teeth is more damaging to the water table than these massive theoretical buildings that could exist?
Theoretical.
That just
We're not saying anything.
turn water to JPEGs. Come on,
turn
people.
water to garbage.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a tangent.
Guess our opinion.
We just had to say some things, and that's all right.
All right, final rapid fire round.
No, we only did one.
Wait, Pollution Solution was the first one?
Yes.
I thought it was the second one.
What was the first one then?
I don't. Okay, all right, second one. Let's go. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Aloof, maximum, tired.
Okay. Aloof makes it hard. Because
Uh-huh.
otherwise I could just be like this,
Well-
you know, it's like energy-based game. You have a certain amount of energy
Yeah.
per day, and you have to do as much as you can.
Well, yeah, let's take that. Let's do that, and let's add aloof.
Yeah. So what's aloof? Like, I know that it means like
Distant.
not friendly
Okay, we're
or
looking at the exact
forthcoming,
same definition.
conspicuously uninvolved and uninterested, typically through distaste. But like,
What if it's okay? Wait.
uninvolved?
So I've never played Stardew Valley, so this could be
Okay.
far off. But what if it's like opposite? Because in my head, Stardew Valley, a lot of it is like getting part of the game you can decide to play is like getting to know like townspeople.
Yeah.
And what if it's opposite that? So like the townspeople try to get to know you, and you have to try to interact with them the least. So it's basically
Okay.
the same game, except you're the town loner, and you have to maintain that status.
Okay.
Or your energy goes down. Like
No, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Maybe in addition to your normal energy bar, you also have a social energy bar,
Yeah.
which you can choose to spend in certain ways, but also like characters will go out of their way, not mean
No.
in the narrative, but they will come say hi to the farmer,
And,
and it will drain your social battery. So like both your social battery bar and your like physical battery drain, and if either of them ends, like then you go to sleep, your day ends. So like, yeah, I also like a system where like if you're obviously avoiding them, like they actually get angry, like it does hurt your relationship.
So you have to be like a little like
Yeah, you just have to be like, all right, today I'm going to spend all day in the mines so that any characters that come by my house, I won't be home. But because if I'm working in my fields and they come over and I just like run away from them, it will hurt the relationship.
Okay, now we have to name it Hermitage.
All right, so Stardew Valley. I'm trying to think of like kind of like a funny opposite of it.
Um, sun,
So
sun
peak,
dried peak.
sun, sun. Um. Oh, is a sun is a star.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know what the opposite of a star is. Moon parch peak hermit.
Colon hermit. Moon parch peak, colon hermit.
No.
Well, you just said it.
All right. Um, I mean, how do we feel about Moon Parch Peak in general?
I feel like the parch part's weird, but I'd give it to you.
Okay, I think parch and dew,
Yeah, that's why I did sun dried.
moon dried.
But no, we'll parch. Moon parch peak. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, okay. And so, do we need to explicitly refer to the hermit, or is kind of the joke
I think the joke
that
is
is
it's
sort of
opposite.
obviously a Stardew Valley reference?
I think that's the joke. I don't think we have
Okay.
to say hermit, but it is
All right.
funny. But
All right, a minute and 20 seconds left. Moon Parch Peak. And now,
okay,
final one.
actually, final one.
Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Amputee.
What?
No. Contrast designer.
Oh. Okay, so I'm not 100% certain about contrast in
Contrast is
there.
going to be the hard one, I think.
But like this could be the management kind of game. So basically I'm imagining people come in, they're like amputees.
Yeah.
They have needs for prosthetics, and you design fancy prosthetics for them. So you they have certain needs, and you need to make sure that the prosthetics actually have them.
I think a cool way to do this would make it like sci-fi too.
Yeah.
So they're like sci-fi soldiers, so you can do really cool
Yeah, and so the progression is getting access to new parts, and different parts have different stats. So someone might be I need a leg that can run fast.
Okay, what about the contrast? I'm thinking maybe it's if someone has for each their prosthetics can't be too similar. You can't have two gun arms. You have to have a gun arm and a something else arm. But that's part of the puzzle. If someone comes to you and they already have 3 prosthetics.
Oh.
It's harder to design the fourth. Sudoku.
Okay.
It's they have to have contrasting abilities. I'm just trying to work contrasting, because that's gonna be the hardest part. I think the first part we understand.
Contrast. What if the game has a contrast in tone? What if it's really cute, but it is about these war-torn soldiers?
I think that's, I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit of a cop-out, but I do like that it's really cute. I think that it should be. So maybe that's it. Yeah. I could give it to you. It's
okay. All right. Okay. All right.
So it's just going to be so cute, Barbie amputee.
Yeah. All these war-torn, Ken
Yeah. And you're
soldiers.
putting, sparkles on the,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like that. And like I was saying, the progression system, so one thing that I'm thinking is cost could be a factor, right? So some people might need cheaper parts, but as you get better, maybe you can get parts for cheaper.
Oh, yeah,
so you can
better,
still give them good stuff.
Yeah, you have better connects.
Yeah, so like at the beginning of the game, poor patients might not be able to afford the glitter. But then you get a glitter connect, and now glitter is 50% cheaper, and now you can give glitter to everyone, and everyone gets to feel fancy.
And I think they
accessible.
love it. They love how cutie it is.
Yes,
they're we're gonna be so cute as we battle the big demon engulfing Earth. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
never mind.
The
all
war
that.
never reaches. So I'm envisioning it to be a lot like Valhalla or Coffee Talk, where it's a lot of characters coming in and talking to you. And then every once in a while, you actually have to do the job.
Yeah, and you get the idea of what's going on outside, but you never have to experience it.
Yes, exactly. You never directly experience it.
Okay, this is a cute game.
Barbie prosthetic.
No.
This to me feels like a name that doesn't necessarily have to allude to the actual gameplay contents or anything. Valhalla, you don't know that that's going to be a bar. Right. I guess Coffee Talk, it's going to be about coffee, but I'm kind of thinking
Glitter
Because
Factory.
I can't think of like a good name that would be like prosthetic
No,
technician.
yeah, I know. That like really encompasses it. It could be like Glitter Factory. Isn't that a club? I don't know.
What if we maybe it's too different from like the actual gameplay, but like what if we just call it like War Torn? And then like on the Steam page, imagine it's called War Torn and
But
it's like
got,
Barbie style
pink and,
characters.
yeah, okay, no,
and it's all
I like
pink.
that.
Okay.
And that's contrast.
And that's contrast. 18 seconds left.
Woo!
War Torn.
We did it. All right. Thank you so much for listening to our show. You can find us at makethatgame.com. You can email us makethatgamepodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on social media at makethatgamepod. I'm sorry, they're all different. And please find us on YouTube, youtube.com/@make-that-game, which is annoying, but there it is. And do follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/makethatgame. We go live once a month. We've already gone live in October, but we're going to go live in November, so get excited for that. If you heard a game today that you want to play, you can't play it unless you get out there and make that game.